My next Joe talk is entitled A Fervent Desire. Humanity remains beset by seemingly intractable problems including war, disease, famine, and the unconscionable living conditions endured by hundreds of millions of individuals throughout the world. The wondrous wealth of natural resources that exist on this very fragile planet continues to be ruthlessly exploited, and the growing reality of the enormity of climate change is becoming ever more apparent. In spite of these daunting realities, there is no visible, concerted effort on the part of the community of nations to correct these frightful wrongs. The nagging and haunting question remains as to why so many human beings continue to endure such extreme and needless suffering, while the remedies to their plight are readily available. There are many possible explanations for why so many live under such terrible conditions in both the undeveloped and developed nations. These reasons include the following: the continued, unabated growth of the human population that exerts a significant strain on natural resources. The pursuit of national self-interest by so many nation-states in a way that exacerbates international tensions and often leads to conflict. The dramatically inequitable distribution of economic wealth and resources that results in a rather minuscule population of haves in comparison to the have-nots, who represent the overwhelming majority of humans on the planet. The enormous gap that exists between the advances made by science, especially in regard to climate change, and the effective application of this knowledge to prevent the ultimate catastrophe for humanity that looms on the horizon. These considerations contribute to the overall understanding of the current state of humanity. However, I believe that the fundamental and underlying reason is that we, as a collective expression of humanity, have not yet evolved sufficiently to accept the essential reality that all members of the human race are rightful members of the human family and worthy of the same respect, compassion, care, and concern that we gladly extend to our own immediate families. Humanity has not yet encompassed the necessity to find nonviolent and equitable solutions to conflict. Humans are in many ways mired in essentially tribal relationships and have inherited a culturally accepted and narrowly focused mentality. This kind of highly constrained and constricted outlook may have proved efficacious when human populations were much smaller, more isolated, and independent. This worldview is no longer viable in the modern era. The widespread issues of poverty, hunger, disease, political turmoil, conflict, and the ineluctable degradation of the natural environment that sustains all of life require reasoned cooperation and collective action on the part of all nations. In spite of these disheartening realities, there has nonetheless been considerable progress made in quite the opposite direction. There is, in fact, a significant movement by many within diverse organizations that seek to shatter the restrictive boundaries between people and retard real human progress. Any hope for a more equitable and sustained future for all of humanity is not yet moribund. It is up to us in our collective endeavor to use that hope to inspire concerted action in order to mold this dream into a tangible reality. This is my fervent desire. Thank you.